journey, should I call it, that we wanted to share. So originally we went on at IGTV live on Instagram, and we shared our celibacy story. We shared our struggles.
Yeah, we did.
We shared our
Yeah,
struggles. We shared how we coped with it. We shared the surprise at the end of it, or should I say the middle of it. And yeah, we just kind of wanted to like obviously do it again, because obviously IGTV saves like for 25. Okay, cool. Going off a bit. Okay, guys. Yeah, take 3.
So yeah, guys. So obviously we been dating. Obviously we're married now, but at the time
We were dating.
we were dating. So it was 2015. We started dating. But we were good friends way beforehand. Maybe about 5 years beforehand. And then yeah, we were. It was really more your decision.
Yeah.
It was more your decision. I was just dragged along the celibacy
Stop
journey.
saying it was not dragged along.
I was pulled along
no,
the celibacy
you
journey.
were not dragged along.
Okay. I was guided. I was eased along.
Yeah,
eased along.
yeah. Because
okay.
obviously, I think at the beginning it was a bit foreign to you. It was
Very
like,
foreign. It's
what
Chinese
is
to me.
what is she on about? So,
It's
guys, a
Chinese.
little bit of background. I gave my life to Christ in 2010. Then I started uni shortly after. And guys, like, as we all know, once you give your life to Christ, it is a process, and it is a process which you go through. So I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. So when I was in uni, there was a backsliding. And when I came back out of uni, I kind of just said, I want to take my life really serious, and I make a covenant with God. And I said, I'm going to stay pure. I'm going to practice celibacy, my next relationship, just so I know that, like, if God sent this man to me, then it shouldn't be hard to kind of practice celibacy. So when me and Keith got together in 2015, I think just maybe a month or so into our relationship, because we weren't even partaking in sexual activities anyway, due to our friendship and how we were more based on, like, we had a good relationship based on like just conversation and stuff. So that wasn't really the make or break of our relationship.
Of the relationship.
Yeah. So then I kind of one day just introduced it to him. I said, babe, I think we should practice celibacy, and he was like,
Yeah, so to be honest, so some background story about me as well. In 2015, I gave my life to Christ. So the same year I've given my life to Christ is the same year that attacks are coming. Let's do celibs. I'm just kidding. It wasn't an attack. No, I'm just kidding. No, so so the same year I've given my life to Christ is the same year I'm relearning stuff. So I'm relearning things. So when's hit me with the let's practice celibacy, I was like, why? Like, and I'm a baby Christian at this point, so I'm thinking, why? What's the need? Like, because the main thing she was saying was that you want to draw closer to God, and you want us to draw closer to God.
Yeah.
And I was saying, but realistically, like, what we're still going to be praying if we do sleep together, if we do have sex. We're still going to be praying. We're still going to be going to church. We're still going to be reading the Bible together. We're still going to be doing this. Like, when I'm basically saying to her, us having sex, we're not going to stop doing everything we've been doing.
Yeah.
So what's the like, what's the issue? Do you know what I'm saying? Because in my head I'm even thinking the times that we're going to do it will probably be in the night. It'll probably be in the night. No, the times we'll do it will probably be in the night.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And those times are not times we schedule for Bible studies.
Yeah.
They're not times we schedule for reading the word or praying. You know what I'm trying to say? So in my mind I'm thinking, nah, you're just waffling, man. That's what I was straight away. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, but I sat back. I said, cool, because I thought it was like a, people get ideas in their heads and it's like, let's do it, let's run with it, and it will just fade. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, let's do it, man.
I think again, because me personally, I didn't really understand what it meant to be celibate. I think I liked the idea of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I think when we did like say we were gonna do it, because like he was saying, because it wasn't, to him it was like
Chinese.
The sexual activities weren't gonna conflict with our relationship with God.
Yeah.
But that's the mistake, was that, do you know what I mean? Like, not understanding how it could So that was the first mistake, was not understanding what it meant and how it could actually conflict with our relationship with God, because sex is, or like, sexual relations, or intercourse is something that should be obviously
kept within the confines of a marriage.
And I think we didn't really understand, and I think that is the issue a lot of the time with, like, you know, the younger generation and stuff, is that we do not actually understand what purity means.
Yeah,
and we don't understand the essence of it, and the amount of the weight it holds. So I think when you are drawing close to God, or you're trying to, you know, start your relationship again with God and stuff, you know, it's like you want to try everything. Like, you want to live righteous, and you want to live very, very holy. But again, to understand that righteousness and holiness, you need to understand what the word of God says. You need to kind of have the word in your mouth. You need to, in your head. You need to know the true gospel. You need to understand it forefront. And I think we didn't really have that. And that's, again, that was something that we wish we had.
Yeah.
Because then, we did Keith eventually decided, but we agreed to kind of do it together. And I think at first as well, guys, that I want to just say is that we did decide to do it, but there were a lot of, like, times where there was temptations. There was a lot of compromise when it comes to obviously staying over at each other's houses. That's just something that shouldn't have been done, but we did it. Again, that was not understanding what purity really meant. So
and sorry, something you just said earlier, about not understanding the weight of this whole thing we're discussing. Now, even down to how we look at sin, we're looking at, like, the worst ones are murder, the worst ones are this, the worst ones are that. Whereas it says that if, like, sexual morality, like, all this stuff is sinning against your own body. And that's another reason why we didn't even realize how good it was to be kicked to stay pure. How sacred it was to stay pure. How good it is to abstain. You know what I'm trying to say? So I just wanted to just throw that in there quickly.
You know? But that's really true. And then obviously through the celibacy, we did actually not do anything. We waited, guys. We waited and we prayed. We prayed a lot. We fasted.
And we had to.
I know, I think at the beginning when I did, like, kind of tell my friends that, oh yeah, no, me and Keith are practicing celibacy, friends were like, oh, you know, like, what makes you think he's not gonna go somewhere else? Like, you know, guys need sex, you know, how are they, I mean, like, how was the relationship gonna stand? And again, it's other people not understanding what it means to you, and other people not understanding how your relationship works, the intimacy that you have with God works. Because when you decide to do anything, you know, or take any covenant per se, it's sacred, and, you know, it's personal to you. So not everyone's gonna get that, and that's okay. It's okay, but you need to understand why you're doing it. And I think, again, we didn't really understand it at the beginning, but I think throughout we kind of did get it.
Because at the beginning I was more against. You know, I had it in my mind that it's not gonna last. So I wasn't attempting, but it was in the back of my mind. This is not gonna last. This is just a phase. When we started more and more, started to actually realize what it was more all about. Started to realize why it's important. Started to realize the benefits of actually abstaining. That's what made me want to do it even more. Do you know what I'm
because
saying?
then you kind of understood it for yourself.
Now I wanted
so now you were doing it for yourself rather than.
Because at first it was, I'm doing it to prove a point. As in, I'm doing it to prove a point to you that no. Real talk. At first it was, I'm doing it to prove a point to you that this is just like, you're just talking.
Just waffle.
Then
she'll get over it.
She'll get over it. So I was doing like, okay, let me see how long this lasts. This might be the new, like, might last a week or two, or maybe a month. Let's just see in it. Like, it's just something new to do, something that's going on Twitter, or something you read in a book. This is what I was thinking. Something you read in a book, something that you saw on Twitter. 30-day, 300-day rule, or 30-day, whatever. All of that stuff. You know. So at first I was doing it to prove a point. Then I was doing it because I realized how much you wanted to do it. Then I was doing it because I understood how important it is. So for me, there was 3 stages. You know, so, and I feel like if you're not doing it for yourself, it's gonna be very, very hard.
100%, 100%. You have to be doing it for yourself, because you can't. It's like you can't live for anybody else. It has to be for yourself. Basically that was it. So I think carry on 2 years into our relationship. I'll let you tell this bit of the story.
So 2 years celibate, pushing strong. I got the you know, the Holy Spirit told me to, you know, it was time to put a ring on on a finger. Holy Spirit told me it's time to put a ring on a finger. So obviously we done the whole, hoo-ha, the whole one knee, the whole, I'm so happy, I love you. We done all of that,
It was a very good proposal. Like, it was really
It
sweet.
was well thought out,
Yeah.
You know how certain people do. It was well thought out, well planned, surprised her. She didn't know it was coming, hit her with the pop, and that was that. So yeah, so literally, got very excited, got a little too excited.
Yeah. And then a month after the proposal,
Yeah.
or the month after the proposal, but a couple of weeks after that. So let's just say a month and a bit.
After that.
The proposal,
Obviously, we got that.
we found out that we were having a baby.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
And all, like, guys, I'm not even joking. Like, I was so heartbroken. I was so disappointed in myself. I was so disappointed. Like, I was just so disappointed. I felt like I've disappointed God. I've disappointed my family. I've ruined everything. I was so ashamed. Like he would tell you, I was crying.
Yeah, literally.
Like, I was crying like somebody beat me. Like, I was wailing. I was crying. And with all of that, I considered abortion. Like, I considered getting rid of the baby, because I was just so worried of what other people were gonna say. I was so worried about people's judgment, people's opinion, and I was just considering abortion. I was ready to get rid of the baby, and I think obviously it's not something that Keith wanted, or even
would have allowed.
Or it's not something that he wanted me to even think about or even consider. But I did, and that was only based on people's judgment of me, because all this while I've been living this life of just being righteous, and just doing everything pleasing to God, and just living right. And I think with the whole excitement and it happening, I felt so ashamed. I felt like, guys, I just felt so ashamed, and I don't know if anybody can relate. When everything's just going so well, and then you fall one bit out of line, and you constantly just hear the enemy's voice just telling you that you're not worthy, you're not, God doesn't love you, you're not. Do you know what I mean? You're just worthless, guys. That's just the enemy's voice, and I literally allowed the enemy to really speak heavy on me, and it really affected a lot of things. It affected the way I saw other people. Like, I was literally hiding every time I got on, like, the train or the bus, because I just didn't want people to see me. I didn't even want to talk about the pregnancy.
It's slightly, I'm going to say something controversial, but it slightly even affected how we enjoyed our wedding, or even how we felt about our wedding.
No, it 100% did.
So,
it 100% did, because
on both ends.
Yeah, because I think, okay, so after we found out and eventually built up the courage to tell family, to tell our pastor, who kind of really guided us through it. And another thing I want to say is that our pastor was very, very good in the sense that he didn't push us away, or he didn't pass judgment. At the end of the day, he was like, well, you guys are getting married, and that's one thing that God cherishes. God loves marriage, and he created marriage. So let's just get through this marriage counseling, and everything's gonna be okay. And I kind of felt, I think that was the bit where I kind of felt okay, because him explaining to me that it's gonna be okay and there's no condemnation to those who love Christ. I felt a bit better. Don't know about you, but
the love that him and obviously his wife showed us, so our pastors showed us, the love they showed us really sat well, really encouraged us, really sat well in our hearts, really let us know that maybe we're overthinking it, or maybe it's obviously we're not silly. We understand it's not the best of situations to be in, but they weren't the type of people to kick us while we were down, or to make us feel even worse, to remind us that you guys are falling short, or even like you said, passing judgment.
I think
they shouldn't have been passing judgment anyway. No one should pass judgment anyway, but people still do.
We do understand there is certain situations where, or certain places, or certain churches, that if that does happen, that does happen, they do kind of like, you know, turn you
try to
away.
shame you and turn you away.
Yeah, they try to shame you,
disown
and when that happens, it really it sends people away from God, and people think that, you know, God doesn't love them, and people like turn away from the church, and people leave church, and you know, sometimes you don't actually know the situation that people are in. And I feel like, you know, sometimes when that even happens in other churches, like, it will send you to actually go and get the abortion, because you already feel like, you know, I've sinned,
you
and
feel worthless. You really feel like you can't face
and then when
people.
you have people that are not supporting of you, it makes things worse. So we're happy we didn't have that. Another thing that we would say is that find people that are supportive and you're accountable to, because that's so very important. That's so very important.
Because it's not like our pastor just said, you know what, you guys are pregnant, you guys had sex before marriage, you know, go, it's fine. No. Like, we were corrected.
We were corrected, guys.
Like, we were corrected within our counselling time, our one-to-one time with our man of God. We were corrected, but it wasn't so harsh. Like, it wasn't so. It was more love than.
Yeah, it was more love,
than,
and I think
than anything else.
I feel like people need to understand, when you're being corrected, more times it's out of love.
It should be out of love.
It's out of love. People do not correct you because they want to, like, you know, make you sound like,
make you look silly, or
make you feel smaller than they are. I don't think that was it. So, guys, that was what had happened
with our pastors, with our parents as well. They showed us the same type of love, the same energy. They really embraced. Again, they weren't thrilled.
It wasn't the best situation.
They were not thrilled, but you know, they showed us the love of God. They really did, and they supported us through this time, and then we kept it moving.
And you know, just saying that, you know, it affected the day of our wedding. It definitely did, because I think throughout, because we initially, when we found out, we were already planning on doing the wedding that year anyway. We had a date and everything set up, so it's not like we moved the wedding closer or later. So another thing was that my fear again was doing the wedding and people saying that you guys are only getting married because you're pregnant. That's something I feared. Again, I was just fear of judgment, fear of just people just talking, guys, because we're always like so concerned with what other people think that we forget what God really thinks, and that God's plan for us really overrules everyone else's plan. And even when I said I was considering abortion, I was always reminded of Jeremiah, you know, the verse where it says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. So it was one thing for me to think, okay, I'm going to abort this child, but God knows the destiny and the purpose of the child, so I have no right to do that. So so I think throughout the wedding, like preparing and getting ready for the wedding and stuff, just preparation of it, it was like we were excited, like we were 100% excited, of course, but I think on the day of
there were aspects where on the day it was like, this is long, or let's get this over with, or even the build up, like, this is long. I wanted a fitted dress.
I wanted a fitted dress. I had to get a puffy dress because, again, because realistically, I wanted a puffy dress because I wanted a fitted dress because I wanted to, like, you know, look cute. But then I had to get a puffy dress because I was like, I have to hide this thing. Like, again, right onto the wedding day, I was still thinking about pleasing other people. Like, I need to get a puffy dress so nobody can tell, and this, that, and the other. It was just all so long. Like, and on the day of the wedding, when I was getting dressed and they were taking pictures, I was like, oh my gosh, this picture, you can tell, like, you know, I don't want to be looking at back on my pictures and looking at, seeing the shame that it caused. But, so, even walking down the aisle, again, I'm just thinking in my head, can people tell? Like, you know, you can tell in my face. If you look at some of the pictures, my face just looks worried.
And the thing about
I look worried and stressed.
And the thing about her, because I've got such a big heart. Let me toot my own horn first. I've got such a big heart, and when she hurts, I hurt. That one's for the ladies to put a heart in the comment. When she hurts, I hurt. So you see, every time that we're there and she's like frowning, that's putting me in like a upsetting kind of space, because I'm like, bruh, what, you don't enjoy yourself? Because I'm trying to enjoy myself no matter what. Because I'm trying to, you know, it's the what's the word?
It's the wedding
the last dance, you know.
It's the last dance.
It's the last dance for the men. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to enjoy myself.
It's just that you just get that one day.
Yeah. So, and obviously how much we spent as well. So I'm trying to enjoy every penny. I'm trying to enjoy every penny. But when she's looking like, like, even there's one picture when we're cutting the cake.
We'll insert the picture.
Just like, I was like, oh my God, gosh. When I look back, I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh no, there was a lot of pictures where I was just like,
Yeah, like unbothered.
I was just like,
Let's
just
get out of here.
get me
When
out
we
of
left,
here.
we're going on a tangent too much, but when we left, when we left, when we left the wedding, the venue, I was so angry. Overall, for the whole day, when we left, I was so angry. When we got in the the car, it was just like, forget these. Let's just go, man. Let's go to the sea. Let's go, man. Forget London.
Let's
forget
just
Tottenham.
sail off.
Let's sail off, man.
But yeah, guys.
But
So
yeah, man.
so
Overall, guys,
I think our celibacy story in a nutshell is that understand the purpose of why you're practicing celibacy. Because when you don't and you're doing it for others or like, you know, the other person, you're not gonna, it's not like you're doing it together, because you both need to understand it for yourself. Stay away from temptation, compromising situations. Like I said, we were staying over at each other's houses. That's a red flag, guys. Just don't do it. It's not needed. It's not necessary. And like, if this is the person, the man, the woman you're gonna get married to, you've got like so many years to be waking up next to that person. I think when you're waiting, you need to practice the wait properly.
Oh yeah, properly. Because that's one thing no, it's true, because because there's people out there that they'll compromise and twist and turn. Listen, abstinence or what do we just say? Celibacy is you're cutting yourself off from all sexual activity, all sexual behavior.
There's no corners.
There's no corners to cut.
Don't do it.
There's no. Yeah, I done this, but we never physically penetrated.
Don't do it.
No,
It's
my
not
dear.
needed.
No, my dear. No, my dear.
It's not necessary, guys.
I'm not gonna go into what you can and can't do, because I'm not your sex education teacher. However, like, don't be sneaky with this. Like, if you're gonna be pure for the Lord, be pure for the Lord in all things, in mind and in conduct, not just in okay, I didn't do this, but it's tired, man. We're not in secondary school no more.
So no compromising situations, guys. Ladies, like, don't be out there trying to tempt him. The man's gonna put a ring on it, and when the time is right, when God allows it to happen, it will happen. Be patient as well. Like, there's no need to rush, because I wouldn't even say we rushed. We definitely got excited, guys. So don't get excited either, because the excitement, it just took that one moment that really humbled us. It was just that one moment that God just reminded, listen, you lot need to just chill. Okay.
That was a real.
It was
good humbling.
Yeah, it was a good. It made us more. What's the word? It made us more disciplined.
Yeah.
We became more disciplined, because even after that, we went back to practicing celibacy, because we thought we're still gonna wait till after the wedding and then consummate our marriage properly. So again, like, guys, we tried, but with disclaimer, we're not saying, sex is beautiful, but sex should be done at the right time.
Yeah, it should be done at the right time and within the
Till
confines
after you
of a
said
marriage.
I do.
100%,
like,
within the confines of a
and
marriage.
practicing celibacy in the relationship, it really helps your relationship to grow stronger. It helps you to be disciplined. It helps you to understand the real purpose, the purity of it. It helps a lot, guys. It just really helps a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So what other things have we learned? I think we had a couple of questions when we went on IGTV, and the question was, were you ever tempted within the 2 years that we were in a relationship?
No.
Were you ever tempted?
No.
Straight up.
Straight no.
Straight up.
Straight up no. I wasn't tempted.
Were there situations that made you feel like it's gonna happen? Like, when we stayed over each other's, were there like times where you were like, this girl's really trying to?
Yeah, I feel like I'm very self-disciplined.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Very self-controlled. Even in times where I was tempted myself, as in like, I wanted to push forward. Once you said no,
that was it.
And it was like, I found cool.
Yeah, I think that was, to me, that showed respect as well for what we were trying to do, because I could have said no. You could have been like, babe, like, you know what it is already.
To beg.
All right, sorry. Sorry, big man. But yeah, no. So yeah, respect was very much needed, and yeah, guys.
Well, yeah. Were you tempted?
Yeah, no, definitely there were times that I were tempted. There were times that I were tempted, but again, I think I think once it was like, okay, you have to just remember why you're doing this. It was like, okay, let's just keep
take
going.
the burners off a second. Let's relax. Let's take a deep breath.
Yeah. So I think our celibacy story was just that. But for me, what I held on to the most was fear of judgment. Was definitely fear of judgment. So even up until I shared it properly, I was still like, oh my gosh, people are still thinking that we got married because we were pregnant. Like, you know, it was just like people are people, like, you know. But and God is God, like He's a merciful God, He's a faithful God. So I think it's just remembering just who you serve, like what master you serve.
Amen.
What does God think of you? Like, what value has He placed on your life? Don't allow the voice of the enemy to even tell you you're worthless, like, because you're not.
You're not.
You are so not worthless. You know, you're just not. So yeah, that's it. Is there anything else you wanna?
Nah, that's it. You know, I think.
Guys, if there's anything else that we've missed out, anything else that you want us to include next time, or any suggestion, please I've tried to. I'm gonna try and get this right.
What?
I think it's. Don't forget to share this video.
Don't forget to like it, comment, and subscribe, guys.
Subscribe to our channel, guys. We are going to be showing
all
more.
the days.
Yeah, guys. Yeah.
Say what you gonna say.
No, that was it. I thought we were going to do access all the days together, like to end it off.
Why would you say that? Okay, guys. Access.
So
okay, let's start again. So
don't forget to like, comment,
subscribe, and share. You know, it is access all the days, baby.